Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
And man, we're gonna have a fun show today, right? Where are all the haters at? Wait at, right? We want to know. There's all silence, exactly. I mean, how many times have you had people like, hating on you when Bitcoin was not doing so well? I'm sure we've all had it in our ears one time or another. Right now, a lot of those guys are just like calladito or quiet. And we're gonna be talking about Peter Schiff, right? Of course, our favorite guy who we love to hate, right? Because he always goes out on Twitter, and he gets a lot of people coming to him whenever he hates on Bitcoin. Also, we're gonna be talking about Nouriel Roubini, and also Jim Rickards, and finally, I forget what was the last guy. Kevin O'Reilly. That's right. That's the last guy. So Peter Schiff, Kevin O'Reilly, Nouriel Roubini, and Jim Rickards. That's right. So we're gonna be talking about those guys today, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. But we're gonna do a quick TA, and then on to the real fireworks. But Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes, as always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
All right, you're going to be entertained today.
Yeah.
All right, well, first off, right, let's start off with our normal charts, Bitcoin chart. All right, well, the first thing I see jumping out of me, we're going to only look at the short-term time frame. Why is that? I guess we could look quickly at the long-term time frame, but we're in nosebleed section. You can expect some serious resistance once we get into this area here, which is between the 13,300 and anywhere between 14,000. So expect resistance. People are going to be selling into that. Expect it. So so what we can do, right? If you want to scalp this, right? Remember, this is going to get violent now. It's going to get really violent. And if you missed the other day's show, please check it out, because it shows you how violent it's going to get, right? Inertial dampeners are offline. So, yeah, right now, what I can see is that, hey, you know what? We haven't touched the 13 EMA since this launch pad here. And because of that, I'm concerned that we might have to touch it before we continue higher. So look for that. So that means might not be in this next 4-hour candle, but in some 4-hour candle before we actually go higher, we have to look at the 13 EMA and then continue higher. So going down to the shorter time frame, right? The trade is most likely we see a lot of W's happening, right? I'm thinking, right? Let's go down to the hourly. Right, there's a bigger W here. Maybe we might need to create a smaller one before we actually take off. The hourly is winding up with the Bollinger Bands tightening up, so that's a good sign. Look for another dip down here to 12,900 around that area. Probably to maybe even touch the 4-hour 13 EMA, and then rolling up, and then look for a break. You could either wait for the W and then call the breakout, or you can go down to the 5 minutes and look for a clearer W on the 5 minutes before we actually take off. Now you can see we've already created a little bit of a W here, action here. Maybe that's going to be the takeoff jump off point, but I doubt it. I think we're probably just going to have to roll over a little bit and do another W kind of formation to create a higher another higher low, if this is a higher low, right? I think it is. Almost, right? It's almost. I think it's just almost. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, look for another higher low, and then off to the races, to around $14,000. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum, right? Quickly, you can see there is a W there clearly on the hourly. We have to stick to the lower time frames because this is going to be very tight, very easy. A lot of things are going to happen very fast. price action is moving extremely fast, so you got to look for the lower time frames in order to catch anything that's going on. The higher time frames will not give you much, just tell you not to get into this thing. So if you're interested in scalping this, right, this is where you have to be. You can see that we're doing lots of WWW up moves, right? It's got higher lows all over the place. So look out for maybe a comeback and to get into Ethereum before we go higher and break through the 420. The 420, I think I've talked about it quite a few times on the show, and I'm pretty sure I should have had a line of resistance at the 420, but I'm not sure why I don't see one here. Let's open up the 4-hour chart, and yeah, there it is. There she is, right there. Approximately 420, and look at that. We're having a hard time getting through it. So you can see the 418 is actually the level that we've got to beat. Well, actually 417, but 417 and 80 cents. But so let's just say 418 as a rounding, and yeah, once we break through that. And close a 4-hour candle above that. See you when I see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Little scary that we're so far away from the Lucid SARS and the 13 EMA. So be careful, people. This thing can like really tear you apart on the if you have a high leverage on this thing. So it could easily just go the other way and just like be catastrophic. All right, so be careful out there. Okay, if you're watching this video right now and it's not live, right? What are you doing? You need to be part of the live team, and to do so, all you can do is just buy some DJ15 tokens, right? And join us. It's costing more and more every day because I'm actually taking the partial of the profits and buying up the tokens, and there's not going to be a lot of tokens for you to get in. So in order to get in, right, you want to get in on the cheap, right? You want to be a part of this because once Bitcoin is at all-time crazy highs, there's going to be a lot of people coming into YouTube, watching YouTube videos. You don't want to be paying a premium to be part of the first person to watch my show every day. Be that person, and because it's gonna cost a lot. Once one Bitcoin is at 100,000, this is going to be probably I don't know how much it's going to be, but it's going to cost a lot, right, to get in. So why pay more, right? Get some right now. Hold on to it, right? Even if you don't know how to get into the group, right? But if you do, if you want to learn how to get in the group, link in the description below. Also, if you're just like, oh, you know what, Davinci, this is just too much work for me, you can always purchase a Pandora's Wallet subscription, and you will also have access, not to the Telegram group, which everybody that's having fun, that owns a DJ15 token, right, can have access to, but you will be getting the link to the videos as well, right, the live stream. Okay, as long as you're a member, of course. Okay. Let's get on to the first bullish news. Let's talk about some bullish news before we get on to the haters of the world, right? We're hearing, right, Paul Tudor Jones, a famous investor, right? Let's listen to it. Let's listen.
But back in May, you had told us that you were buying about 2% or putting 2% of your assets into Bitcoin, which has been on a wild ride upward, especially in the past 48 hours, as PayPal has announced that it's going to allow Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies onto its platform. What do? Are you selling any right now? Are you buying even more? What's the thought?
Well, Bitcoin, remember, the reason that I like Bitcoin and wrote about it to my investors was because back in March and April, it became really apparent, given the monetary policy that was being pursued by the Fed, the incredible quantitative easing that they were doing, and other central banks were doing, that we were in an unprecedented time. And that given the fact that we were going to try to monetize many of the negative issues that COVID brought, that one had to begin to think about how you defend yourself against inflation with M2 now growing at a 25% annual rate.
Yeah, so look at that. We are increasing our currency by 25% annually. You know that's not going to end well, people. And also, he talks about how, I know the video's not playing very well, so he also talks about how, you know, there's a lot, you got the tech angle with Bitcoin, right? Unlike gold, which we're going to be talking about next, right? If you own gold, right, there's no innovation coming forward with gold. No more innovation. Gold is what you see right now. There's nothing more to it. Zero innovation can be possibly come out of gold, right? And yeah, we're gonna talk about why people have gold. And I know I'm selling all my gold, and I'm gonna explain why. It's because, well, honestly, gold will go up. Gold will do well, but not anywhere near, nowhere near as well as Bitcoin, because it's got limited potential. Right? Yes, it is a store of value and it's limited, but it's not Bitcoin, which has a increasing use case as developers constantly add more features to it. All right, so let's go on to explaining why gold, right? So that because it's similar to Bitcoin, right? Why gold, right? The question I'm asked frequently is usually followed by a comment along the lines of, I don't get it. It's a shiny rock. People dig it out of the ground and put it back in the ground. What's the point? Right? Usually I begin to reply, it's not a rock, it's a metal, and then go on from there. I've had a lot of sympathy with these conversations. The fact that people don't know much about gold today is not exactly their fault. The economics establishment of policymakers and academics and central bankers have closed ranks around the idea that gold is a taboo subject. No, you're not allowed to talk about it, right? Same with Bitcoin, not allowed to talk about it. All right, you can teach it in mining colleges, of course. Yeah, you teach gold in mining colleges, but you don't dare teach it in economics departments. If you have a kind word for gold in a monetary context, you are immediately labeled a gold nut, gold bug, right? Neanderthal. Yeah, Neanderthal. That's the word. Neanderthal. Or something worse.
Oh, is that bad?
Yes. Yes. You are excluded from the conversation. Case closed.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, you see that with Bitcoin, right? Right?
Yeah, these guys are buying cards for paper answers. What's the problem?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Just
my God.
Yeah, it's clear that you can't use gold as money. Nope, you're crazy, insane. Don't talk about it. And Bitcoin. Now you've gone off the deep end. Oh my God. Well, another one. You know what? Before we get into those guys, Kevin O'Reilly. I mean, this guy. You don't trust this guy. He's a horrible person. He's lying, and he does this, right? He's saying, "Oh yeah, we need to give stimulus to the people, not these zombie companies," right? Why he's doing that? He's just doing that to, gain popularity, because he's not a nice guy, right? You know this if you watched him on Shark Tank, and well, also here, let's listen to his nonsense.
Increases. Mr. Wonderful thinks it's worthless.
Well, I did. I want to explore the idea that there's nothing here except raw speculation. Mm-hmm. No different than when I go to Las Vegas and put my money on black or red on a roulette wheel, because where is the intrinsic value inherent in deploying real capital, let's talk real money here, and putting it into Bitcoin as a storage of value? I get gold. For 2,000 years, including the Romans, that they saw value in owning that as an asset class.
Okay, so he doesn't get. He's acting like he doesn't get it. But meanwhile, in Canada, right? Here, let's play this. Right? He's like
1,000 in bitcoins.
So I think the best way to look at this is a proxy for the mistrust individuals have of central bankers. If you're willing to take Bitcoin as a currency, a virtual Barbie currency to me, it has no basis, no central banker, no hard asset behind it. But if you don't trust any other currency, this is where you go. So it's essentially what's happening here, Heather. People all around the world are saying, I've had it with my central banker. I don't trust politicians anymore. I'm going to trade with this currency with my computer and my cell phone.
Well, they did that. The reason Bitcoin showed.
Why would you make it so obvious? I don't know. Talk about it in private. I do a special meeting. Don't say it on TV. On TV.
Yeah, well, you know, he's...
Why people does this? I don't get it. I don't get it. What is in their minds?
He's trying to make money, right?
I know, but
that's it, right? He doesn't care about the average person.
I could have done better.
No, but he does this against the average person. So he's showing people. First, he tells people that it's great, and then, right, in order to, you wanna join us on television? Well, you gotta hate on Bitcoin, right? Okay, you gonna pay me? All right. That's how he is, right? That's it. Understand that? Right at that point, and you know his motivation, and that's what. Hopefully, that's not what other people like this guy, because Jim Rickards is a very intelligent man. He's written several books. I've read some of his books, and you must read some of his books because it's excellent reading material. Now, I'm gonna see if I can close some of these windows, and hopefully that will help with the video quality. And let's just play a little bit of this.
It's about this, and I do not enjoy the conversation because there's so many whack jobs that have self-interest in the topic, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I'm a whack job,
and I get, I get people are getting paid on this, and I get that I'm not a Bitcoin guy. Okay, shoot me. But what do you say when you get asked about this?
It's the only subject, the only topic where I agree with Jamie Dimon. I've been a pretty harsh critic of Jamie Dimon.
on this
yeah,
show.
But when he says, right, I won't repeat everything I said in the past, but when he says, it's a fraud, it's a Ponzi, I agree completely. I call it a Ponzi with no one in charge. But here's the thing.
with no one in charge.
There's no made up, but it's working that way. A couple of things on Bitcoin. First of all, a large percentage of the transactions are things that, at best, we're talking about drug dealing, tax evasion, money laundering, and arms dealing. At worst, things I don't even want to mention, more reprehensible than that. So that's what a lot of this Bitcoin economy. So these morally ethical.
Wait a minute.
So I'm an arms dealer, tax evader, right? And I do reprehensible things that you don't talk about with polite company.
I mean, these guys. Do you remember the guy that says the Bitcoiners had blood in their hands because they bought an asset which other people lost money and killed themselves? And do something horrible to themselves. What about the stock market? What happens when the market crashes? Doesn't people that own stocks have blood in their hands then? Doesn't people that owns any kind of asset, even cash, have blood in their hands?
Oh man, yeah.
Someone ended their life because of a dollar.
Yeah,
I tell you that one.
You know what? I don't know. These people, right? They're economic advisors, and they're advising people not to buy Bitcoin. And I don't know, if your job is to determine what's going on in the market and you can't see what Bitcoin is, maybe you should get another job.
No, just something that amazed me from all this is that I'm pretty sure that these guys have worked with Ponzi schemes before. I'm not going to say anything, but they should know what a Ponzi scheme is like, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's clear what a Ponzi scheme, how it works, right? And if you call Bitcoin a Ponzi, then gold is a Ponzi.
They have no idea.
And gold's a Ponzi, right? because
They work.
you're only selling it to somebody else for a high price, right? You're not interested in using it as jewelry. I don't have gold coins because I want to hang it around my neck. No, I want to store value so I can sell it later to somebody else.
Oh, you know what? Every time I get someone into Bitcoin, I receive 50 satoshis. Did you know that?
Really?
No. That's how a Ponzi scheme works like.
Exactly. All right. So that's another one of those haters, right? That
Oh my god! No,
you know,
that one was the worst.
it hasn't changed. Nothing has changed, right? And then here's another one, right? That love to hate. We're gonna have to bleep out his commentary before we publish this video. But here, let's
saw Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is suddenly rallying and have rallied ever since. Is it really a store of value?
Cryptocurrencies are not like no goods or services priced in Bitcoin or any other shit coin.
So yeah, it's not a store of value, and no goods or services are priced in. Okay, so I guess Pandora's wallet is not priced in Bitcoin, and you can't buy it with dollars. Well, you know, that's his prerogative, right? So
yeah, yesterday I went to Burger King and asked for a Whopper, and I paid with a gold coin. Do you know that? I guess it's not store of value then.
Darn. It's lots of fun with these guys. Lots of fun, right? You guys got to check out this. We're getting a little bit long on the tooth here, so I'm not going to play any more videos because of the quality is not that great. So, but hopefully with my new computer, once that's because we're going to be building it today. Now all of these problems are going to be a thing of the past.
You gonna record that?
Yes, it's going. You want to record it? Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
not the whole process, but here and then. So.
Yeah. Well, would you guys like to watch that process of me building my supercomputer? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you watch this tweet, right?
It's Peter
excellent. Peter, yeah. But I have the actual full video here. It's a really good video. You got to check it out. I'm gonna play a little bit. Right, so that you can see.
If I'm gonna put my wealth, if I'm gonna take $10,000 and store them in bitcoins. How do I know that a year or two from now anybody is going to accept them for anything? Well, what if it's a fad and nobody wants them? See, the thing with gold is gold has value all by itself. If I don't have to be able to spend it, I can melt it down. I can make it into jewelry. I can use it in electronics. It has all sorts of properties that make gold intrinsically value all by itself. Right? It doesn't have to be traded for another product. It can be used. If I'm gonna put my wealth, if I'm gonna take $10,000.
Okay, so there you go, right? Peter, you know, I feel bad for you, man. I feel sad for you, son. Look at that. If you had put $10,000 back when you were hating on Bitcoin in 2009 and 2011, right? 2011. I remember that. I would listen to Peter Schiff's show every single day, and I remember this, right? Exactly, him saying this, right? And I remember thinking, man, this is going to not look good in the future. And look at this, 10,000. That did not end well. That did not end well. Oh my god!
You know, I feel that I feel something. I feel kind of bad because the rest of the haters that you just showed on this video were clowns. We're clowns.
No, these guys are all smart guys in their own field. They're not just.
Well,
clowns,
they look like clowns when they talk about Bitcoin.
Yeah, they just look like clowns when they talk about Bitcoin.
They are smart, but they look like clowns.
Exactly.
But I don't feel the same way with Peter. I know the guy's extremely smart, and I have the feeling, I have the theory that he hates on Bitcoin because it goes against his business model, and that's it. Because I think he's smart enough to see the value in it, but he doesn't want to say it.
Yeah, maybe that could be the case. We just don't know. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you for hitting the like and the subscribe button. And we'll see you guys Maybe not on Monday. I don't know. I'm going to see. Depends on, because we might have to run some tests. There might be failures with the new systems. But yeah, we're going to try to see you guys on Tuesday at the very, very latest. So thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the stream. But if you're on the stream right now, hang out. We're going to be doing some question and answers and actually doing a lot of fun stuff afterwards. So if you want to be part of that, please subscribe to Pandora's Wallet or buy the DJ15 token. Links in the description below. See you guys when I see you. Cheers.
Bye.